Welcome, everybody, to Lorcanarama. Good evening, folks. Good evening. Dang it, I did it again. I got to drop this evening thing. Hey, Sabrina. How's it going, Jake?
Hey.
So Jake is joining us this week. He is our, I'm not going to call you your third wheel, but he's our third wheel.
Third wheel's okay.
Yeah, he's a guy, he's part of the team now. It just fills in whenever we don't have regular guests. So one thing we want to talk about to start off from the get-go, we got to come out swinging. Ravensburger, come on, guys. What's up with the bad news, right? So for those of you who were not around last week, the allocation issue, some stores got surprised. In my area, I can tell you that at least 3 stores got allocation cut, some completely. They were taken out of the Pro Play Hub, the Ravensburger Play Hub, unexpectedly. Lost their OP status, had their OP status taken away from them, was told, oh, it's our mistake. We'll put it back, but it's too late to get you product. That's what they were told. So I don't know what news is circulating out there from, Ravensburger or anybody else. I'm telling you what our stores were told. And so,
you can have events there, but we're not going to give you any product.
Right. So the stores put out a notice that said, hey, we're done with Lorcana for this set. Next set, we'll support it, but we're done. They have no product. Now, they will probably get some. Go ahead.
But if they took their OP, they're not going to get a set champ either.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. They got nothing for pre-release. They're going to probably get nothing for set champ. It might be fixed for set champ. We don't know. One store locally was told October or November they would get something.
Oh, wow.
So good job, guys. That's all I'll say. One thing I will point out, and I'm going to have a little bit of fun with this, right? So in baseball, one of the most immortal records is Joe DiMaggio's 56-game hitting streak. Back in the 40s, Joe DiMaggio, for 56 straight games, got a hit. And Pete Rose came close in the 70s to getting to that record. He hit 44, but 56, people say it's the unbreakable record in baseball. Now, I'm going to have a little fun with this. Ravensburger, you now officially have, and let me pull this up, a 4-day hitting streak of good news. So let's see if you could get 56 days of good news. So 4 days ago was when the news of the allocation came out. So we haven't had any bad news since then. So you got 4 days. And if you want to take the approach that no news is good news, then that's fine. That's fine with me. Right.
I guess so. Yeah. If you just keep quiet, then that's okay.
You don't have to hit a home run. Just get a single. Right.
Yeah. Maybe something.
And the hitting streak will stay alive. So, I am really at a loss. I think I'm at a loss. I mean, I have some words to say, but
I was even going to say, hopefully with the set coming out and the release of it, it was just good news enough for people to get it.
Right.
But then if people can't even get the product, then it's not even. So
I had to hit myself in the head. I was like, I literally went like this. I was like, they figured out a way to ruin the release.
Yes, that's even worse. Oh my gosh.
I know it's not intentional. And they said, well, if you'd have been on this website, you'd have known that we were going to do it this way. Okay, fine.
That's like the whole Discord conversation too, where it's like, oh, you should check the Discord.
Right. But where in that did you tell those stores they were going to lose their OP status and they were going to get kicked out of Play Hub?
Yeah. Communication.
That doesn't make any sense to me because it feels like they're being punished for something that was outside of their control.
Yeah. So it's anyways, I had my moment here.
You had your royal tantrum.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. That's right. We were supposed to name this segment the Royal Tantrum. So yeah, there we go. We had our Royal Tantrum. Well, I did anyways. So Anyhow, all right, before we go any further, let me give a shout out to Mattified, as I normally do, to Craig and his mat making business. If you have not seen one of those mats, please check out the website. I saw another one this weekend that was just gorgeous. Man, every time I see a new one, man, they're so great. Undoubtedly, he'll have some at Charlie CC's if you're there. He'll probably also have if he's at a Pro Play Summit in Denver. So speaking of the Pro Play Summit in Denver, that is our next topic real quick. And I'm going to pull this up for everybody here. And for those who are listening in, who one day when we get an audio stream, hey, welcome, Mirai. Can you say that name? It's my face. Is it? Okay.
Mirai Genti.
Yeah. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Oh, it's Cassie.
It's Cassie.
Hi, Cassie. All right. Hi, Cassie. Here we go. Pro Play Summit Denver, September 12th through 14th, I believe are the dates on it. Today it was announced that they are now, wait for it. Hold on. Let me get to it. I am technically challenged here. I got to get myself together. There we go. Scroll down to it. Like we don't, on our stream, we don't care about this, but PPG Events does. There's other games there just in case you get bored with Lorcana, which that should never happen. All right. Here we go. Yeah, right here. The main event on Saturday. Check this out, folks. It is a Disney Lorcana Challenge Championship qualifier. Look at that first place prize, right? An invite to Disney Lorcana North American Challenge Championship. So this event just got elevated. So congratulations to PPG Events and the Pro Play Summit. It is now a CCQ. So, and look at the prize as well. It is a non-foil Elsa, so Ice Maker promo. So the promos are making themselves, they're making an early appearance. Not a foil version one. However, it is still one of the promos from Ravensburger. So, you know what? 4 days hitting streak. Good job on this one, Ravensburger. I blasted
More good
you.
news.
I blasted you previously. Today you hit a home run, so you extended your hitting streak with a home run. So we'll give you that one. Good job on that. So thoughts about the summit, guys, and the news?
I'm
Just
excited.
being able,
I think that what PPG is doing is just constantly. Hold on, my voice. Don't know what that was about. I think PPG is constantly improving this event. So I'm excited to see what it looks like. I'm also excited to see feedback from people that went to the first PPG Summit versus this one, because I know that they took it really seriously when they got that feedback from the first one.
Yeah.
But I think adding the CCQ is awesome.
I love that about PPG Events. Go ahead, Jake. Go ahead.
No, there's the invite. Just being able to have an invite is pretty cool too, and just the prizing alone is very staggered really well, and just being able to have it like right after the Fabled release is really cool too.
Yeah, I to go back to something Sabrina just said, one of the things I like about PPG Events is their willingness to listen to feedback and make things better. They understand who their customer is, and they listen to their customer, and they communicate with their customer. Okay, hold on. I'll take my glasses off so everybody can see this. All right, y'all got that wink? so hint, hint to those who might have communication issues. Okay, I don't know who that is, but yeah, okay. Somebody in chat named Tobias says he'll be going to Denver, so that's probably news to everybody
Can't
in here.
imagine who that is.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Don't know. Not sure.
Yeah. Okay. So the Pro Play Summit Denver, which is September 12th through 14th, I'll be there. And so we are going to announce, okay, this mat, are we doing this giveaway the way we talked about it, guys? For this mat?
What? So
Go ahead.
guess, yeah, I guess that's fine.
Do you have a different idea?
Yeah. I think we should finalize, because now there's actually a chance I end up going.
Oh, yeah, you want the mat?
Well, No, but I want to be more involved in the giving away of the mat.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll do this. What's your favorite card, Sabrina?
What is my favorite card, Kelsey?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
I forgot.
Jake, what's my favorite card?
I'm trying to think now too, but I don't
It's
know. Is it Curse
green.
Merfolk?
Yes.
Yeah, I knew
Ooh.
that.
Ooh. So if somebody can bring you a foil curse merfolk, how's that?
That's cool.
I like it.
Not the promo one, right? Because there's a promo one in the next set, right?
No,
Ooh,
that I mean,
that's even
if
better.
it's a promo, that would count because that's one
Okay.
we require.
Okay. So somebody who doesn't know us personally, because insider
Get
trading
my
does
Curse
not count.
Merfolks out.
like somebody on this podcast who's part of our team got a
just too
promo
good.
a couple weeks ago, but he paid attention. He probably wouldn't even know the answer now.
Nope.
So yeah,
Rotate it out.
if Sabrina is at Pro Play Summit Denver, I will be there at the scorekeepers table. If you could bring one of us a foil version of our favorite card, then we will hand this mat to you. So now the thing is about this mat, I'm going to show it on screen. We will both hand it to you. So if Sabrina's playing, you won't get it until the round is over. So I'm going to make sure I'm not upside down. There we go.
It's so pretty.
There we go. Now, if nobody brings us that, then I'll just give it to my daughter.
Yeah, I think
Very,
that's a
very
great
pretty.
idea.
We'll figure out another way to give it away. But anyways,
It's still a giveaway.
so that is a matified mat for those of you who don't know. And it was donated by Craig for us to give away. So my intention is to give it away. And I will be bringing it with me. So there you go. Now, I wanted a foil French version of my card, but since Sabrina might be coming, we'll make it, So.
We'll see. I got to see if I can swing the PTO at work.
Yep.
Because it turns out trying
It's
to
kinda
do
soon.
multiple trips in 2 months, even when you have 11 days of PTO, is a
Yeah.
little tricky.
It is. My wife and my daughter are coming, so that's kind of cool.
I know,
that's
that's
nice
exciting
then.
too. I would love to meet them.
Yeah, they're going to be enjoying. There's a huge resort there, right, with a big water park. So, some folks might forget to play Lorcanarama while they're there. No.
Couldn't be me.
Yeah, right. You'll rage quit after 2 rounds and go to the water park, hit the slides. Right.
O2 dropped.
Yeah, O2
Oh
drop.
gosh, yeah.
O2
Actually,
drop.
Sabrina
Kelsey, did I
special.
tell you?
Oh.
Did I tell you that I changed my name? So on the Ravensburger Play Hub, I am Ode to Drop.
Really?
Yes.
That's kind of funny.
That's great.
ODE to drop. Ode to drop is me.
Oh man. Sabrina,
And
just
what
don't do
sucks
that.
was
Don't come all the way to Denver and do that.
I did it like half jokingly, but I did it the week before I bought my Bologna ticket. And when you bought your Bologna ticket, it was like, whatever your name is now, it has to be for this event. And I was like, well, I guess
Oh
I'm
no,
Ode to drop
I'm
for 2
stuck
months.
now.
Well, it'd be great if you won and that's what showed up on everything, right?
Yeah, that would be official. That forever now.
Yeah, I'd have to lock it in. I mean, in the 4 set champs I did, I top 8'd 3 of them with that name. So
I was about to say, ever since you changed your name to that, it seems like you've been doing better.
I missed
feel
it in
like
the
the
chat.
more we
Confidence
joke
thing.
about it, the better we are. The more we joke about my O2 dropping, the better I actually get it, not O2 dropping.
Good, I'll keep making fun of you then.
So okay. All right. Miss O2 and Mr. Jake. So tonight, we basically, our plan for this evening, oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm going to keep the ticker down here, 4 days, no bad news, just to remind everybody. It's on the screen. So tonight, what we're going to do is the 3 of us got together and we created a list of what we feel are the 10 most impactful cards for this rotation taking place with the release of the Fabled set. So the way we did it was we each came up with a list. The cards were scored based on how we ranked them. Bonus points were given depending on how many of our list of cards showed on. And we're going to go through those tonight for the rest of the show, and have some discussion about these cards. For those of you who are in chat, feel free to add your cards to the list. Drop your choices for most impactful cards in the list. In chat, feel free to join in the discussion, and if you haven't already clicked to follow us, then go ahead and do that too, right? So let's hit this up real quick, and let's see what we got. Hey, Jake, you're gonna get away with something tonight because I had a card ready for you, but I forgot to get it ready. So you're getting lucky.
I've been prepping too.
I'm gonna figure out how to do it in a
Next
minute.
time, don't worry.
So that's all right. I'll figure it out. We'll do it on the fly.
Okay. I'm ready.
So, okay. Here we go. Let me see if I can pull up the right screen here. There we go. Oh, we're on day 4. No bad news. All right. There we go. All right. So here's our list of the most impactful cards with Fable. So what we're going to start off with are the honorable mention cards. We don't have to get in any deep discussion about them. We can just hit them real quick. Really, we'll focus on our top 10, but some cards maybe warrant a little bit of discussion here. Okay, so here we go. In no order in the honorable mention group, we have Under the Sea, Bell, Accomplished Mystic, and John Silver, Alien Pirate. The Bell, Accomplished Mystic, for those of you who cannot see the screen, essentially that is the one that has Shift 3, Quest for 2. She costs 5. She's 4/4. When she comes into play, you can move up to 3 damage counters from a character to chosen opposing character. The John Silver is the one that whenever he quests and when he comes into play, chosen opposing character gains Reckless during their next turn. Under the Sea, well, all right. Thoughts about any of these cards, guys?
I think they're all really good. I think the Bell specifically, I think, is really good just because of the damage counters word.
Yeah.
Just being able to put the counters on it, with resist being pretty prevalent, especially in the Amber Steel deck. I think that's a pretty important card, especially in
Amethyst Steel.
Amethyst
Steel. Yes, that's what you meant. Amethyst Steel. Okay.
No, Amber Steel.
Oh, I meant against Amber Steel.
I'm
specifically saying against Rhino, because I think Amber Steel has a lot of resist, like Rhino, the new Nala. If you're playing Penny and doing putting resist on something.
Yes, I am with you now.
Yeah.
I wasn't with you earlier. I am with you now.
But we're here now. I think Under the Sea is also really good, but I think it's not as good, obviously, as Be Prepared. And in a lot of instances, you can't. I guess against Amber Steel, you're minus your 2 or less power, but in a lot of other decks, you're not going to be able to hit it with Under the Sea if you don't have some of the other things like the Sapphire Coil and stuff like that, like a lot of the other decks were playing.
That's the exact thought process I had.
Yeah, so I feel like
I was evaluating it.
Yeah,
so I was playing
good.
I was playing a deck, man. I was flooding the board, going wide, and I forgot what I was playing against, and twice has happened to me. Lorcanarama. Once was against Sapphire Green, which naturally would run that card, right? Sapphire Emerald. The other was Emerald Amber, dropping those 4-drop singers and singing that Joker on turn 4 on me. It's
oh wow.
The Singer 4. So that's something to watch out for. Those 2 decks, and then also Powerline can sing this by himself when he shifted in. So there's 3 decks, and to me, what I thought about with Under the Sea, there are 3 decks right now that run this card and run it good, and run it well, and that's 3 of the color combinations with green, that's Sapphire Emerald, Amber Emerald, and Ruby Emerald. So Amethyst Emerald, maybe it could get it in there. I tried. My version couldn't do it. Maybe somebody else's can. And then you got Emerald Steel, which I don't see it happening in that one. That has a different philosophy. But anyways, so it's pretty decent. Okay, let's go to the next 3. We had Go-Go, one of my favorites. Powerline, he's new to the set. For those of you who don't know, this Powerline is Powerline World's greatest rock star. He's a 6-cost inkable Ruby card, 6 power, 6 strength, 4 willpower, quest for 2, shift 4, singer 9. It's incredible. His ability mashup. Once during your turn, whenever this character sings a song, look at the top 4 cards of your deck. You may reveal a song card with cost 9 or less and play it for free. Put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. And then our third card on here is Into the Unknown, which we've seen that one before. Put chosen exerted character in the player's inkwell face down and exert it for 3 cost inkable. So Powerline, I can tell you that when you're playing against, they call it the Christmas Carol deck, the green-red deck. When you're playing against that and you see Powerline, the small one that's a shift target, you better get rid of that joker. So if you get rid of it, you probably will win the game. If you let it sit on the board, you will probably lose the game. So the deck's very beatable if you could keep Powerline from shifting. But he's really powerful.
Sure. Yeah. Big boy.
Yeah, and the cards I've seen him running with, the songs are Under the Sea, Be King Undisputed, Pirate's Life.
I like that the one Hercules card as well.
Life.
What was that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one Hercules card, Olympus.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know if you're talking about Sabrina as well, but
no, you're good.
Go ahead.
that one is like return 3 power or less.
Yeah. Yep.
Characters, 2 3 power or less characters.
I know which one you're talking about. I don't think it's that
Yeah.
card, but I know which card you're talking about. Because the Hercules return is the one where you ready up a character, right?
Oh no, it is a Hercules card. I'm sorry, it's not. It's called Olympus.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
Gotcha. Yep.
I thought that one was pretty good in the Christmas deck as well too, but I think sometimes that's just a little slow.
And they'll run Mother
Or
Knows
if you just
Best.
don't have the right one. Yeah, true.
Yeah, because the Max Goof comes in and he can return when he comes into play. You can pay 1 to return a song that costs 4 or less back to your hand. So that's Be King, Mother Knows Best. It's got some synergy in it. Why I think that it's a dangerous deck to look out for if the list gets worked out. So it's got legs, as they say. All right, here's our last 3 honorable mention cards. Genie, Wish Fulfilled, our favorite, evasive draw card when he comes into play. Finders Keepers, draw 3 cards. And Miss Daisy Duck. Do we need to talk about these cards? Do we know what they do? Sabrina, you have some thoughts about Daisy, right?
Yeah, so the only thing I wanted to say about Daisy is that when I was building my top 10 list, I had her in mind as a card that I was like, she will be a problem. So cards that get rid of her faster or easier, I think are much more impactful. And then I forgot to actually put her on my top 10. So I definitely think she makes a splash. That's for sure.
Yeah. And I would keep this in mind, and folks already know this right now, right? With the new set, you don't have as much card draw, right? So card draw engines are important. You don't have as much removal as we were used to. So if you got a good removal option, then great. But because we have less removal, cards like Daisy that can get out in the game early have more of a chance to roam the field and do their thing, especially with the absence of Madame M. Fox, right? Because it seemed to be the equalizer for Daisy. So I'm not saying there aren't answers. Don't get me wrong. There are answers. There are just fewer of them.
There are for sure.
Which makes her better now, right? So yeah. Okay. All right. So that's our honorable mention list. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to crack the top 10, and we'll spend a little bit more time on these cards as we go through. So coming in at number 10, we actually had a tie between 2 cards. So we'll just look at the one card first, and then we'll reveal the second one. So the first one is A Pirate's Life. So only one of us had this on their list. And this person had it ranked pretty high, so I'm going to let them do all the talking. Go ahead, whoever you are.
I wonder who that was.
It wasn't me.
I just think Pirate's Life is really good because in a lot of the decks that are like red, it seems like you're playing some of the bigger creatures, and especially now with Powerline. And just the gain of the lore and the loss on your opponent, I think the positive and the negative, obviously with the eye-to-eye, you're both gaining, so it doesn't seem as good. But this one is being reprinted I think is so huge against some of the aggro decks. Putting red, which is I guess a little bit of a slower kind of a control-y color, into a position where they can swing back and then also remove something that's kind of like more of a stationary thing, there's not a lot of lore removal. I think that's just so huge.
Did they reprint the big Aladdin from the first set?
No. The one that you lose 2 lore and gain 2 lore when it vanishes something?
Yeah.
No, I don't think they did.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. Darn. That would have been nice.
I think they reprinted that Rapunzel where you lose a lore on play, the 6-drop uninkable one.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, Pirate's Life it has been
I think it's a crucial piece for Red. You're playing that most of the time.
Yeah. Well, we got the new deck, which we talked about already. Christmas Carol. It's staple in
yes,
that.
definitely.
I do believe any deck that's running Maui Shark is probably going to run this card.
Maui itself can sing it, and then you're gaining a lore on the action as well too.
Yep. Go ahead, Sabrina. Were you going to say something?
No, I'm sorry. I was choking.
Are you okay?
Yeah, my pumpkin spice is spicier than usual.
Oh my gosh! Oh, it's that time of season, I guess.
It's having a moment.
It's basic witch season.
One of the things about Pirate Life that often when I have it, it's like when you have it in your opening hand, do you ink it? Do you hold on to it? Right. So it's kind of it's a tough card to play because if you're playing against aggro, you're like, oh gosh, I might need to hold on to this. I might need it. Can I ink something else?
Absolutely. You don't want to ink that, or
it can trap you if you're not careful, right?
You might not be running 4 of them, and then you don't want to ink it just because it could be your lifesaver later game too.
Right. Yeah. So it's a tricky card to how many do you include in the deck? What do you do with it when it's in your opening hand? It's not a straightforward play. Like we all know how to play it when we top deck it. Right. So it's
true.
So it's like, but what do you do with it when you have it in your opening hand? That to me is one of the biggest decisions that you make when you're playing it in your deck. What do you do with it at that point? Some people will ink it right away. Some people will hold on to it. I don't know. I mean, it just depends on what you're against. Playing against aggro, I better hold on to it, but not at the expense of establishing my board.
For sure. But I think aggro just in general, or even some of the decks right now are just, I think they're trying to race you first. So just being able to give this to a deck that doesn't have those racing potential, I think is pretty good.
Yep. All right.
This card ruins my day. That's all I have to say about this.
I love this card. I think it's
because you're playing
swings you back. Yeah.
I
played.
People play this card because of Amber Steel.
This with card draw, I think, is really good. Being able to put them back while you're also able to play Amethyst and then draw a bunch of cards as well too. That's where your swing back is.
It makes a 4 lore swing, and assuming you're playing it off of Maui Shark, it makes a 5 lore swing.
And then you bring it back.
In a game where you only need to get to 25 is a big difference.
For sure.
Well, it's the only card that does it, so. That
exactly.
Anyways.
I guess that's why it was necessary.
But how is that any different than like the 5-drop Amber card that gives gives a character 2 lore, right? It's still a big 2 lore swing. I mean, it's not 4, but
I don't think. I mean, to your point, Jake, about reprinting this, I feel like without this, I don't know what Red's identity is.
And that's kind of why I was like, I think it's still so important in Red that.
Well. You've got a Ruby Steel deck that doesn't need this card.
Because you got the Mushu.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's true.
And then the Racer deck. I love that Racer deck. Like I have so much fun playing that thing. It's a hit or miss deck, but it's fun. So, okay, the card that tied with this. Also in at number 10 is Rhino, everybody's favorite little rodent or everybody's most hated little rodent, depending on which side of the table you're on with it. And this
both.
Rhino's
I play him, and he's both.
He's both. Yeah, right. When
my favorite and my most hated.
This is the card that I have my deck built to answer if I'm on the draw and they shift him in on turn 2 in Quest or Sing. I'm like, I'm getting rid of him. And so, and the way I do it, it's depending on which deck I'm playing, either with Hook or Rafiki, and then pumping one of them up with Challenger 2 or +2 strength and just running them into it. So that's my answer to it. I have cards in my deck just for Rhino.
And I think that's a telltale sign of it being
Exactly.
a pretty important card.
Yeah, that's how you
But
know it's
I
an
think
impactful card, right?
it's good, but I think impactful is the perfect word because it's
Yeah.
not like too OP
Right.
where you have the ability to deal with it, and
Yeah.
but just decks are completely playing around it though now.
On a funny note, Jake, you would know this because you play with me more frequently.
Mhm.
Both of these cards I dislike for a similar reason. Do you know what that reason is?
Oh jeez.
Did they cause you to lose something?
Well,
No,
yeah,
actually.
but no.
You had to read?
It makes the
Oh
math
no.
really hard for me. Once math gets hard, I
The
start freaking
resist
out. Though.
too. Yeah. I just
Yeah, the
whenever I
resist
think
math.
of Rhino, like
Oh,
his
gosh.
3 toughness is just what I think of. Like 3 is what you have to do at least to just break out of whatever he's got going on, and then you can deal with him.
Oh, see, I've never thought of it like that. That makes sense.
It's just like kind of a stupid way to think about it, but yeah,
I like
the math
stupid ways
is
to think
true.
about things. Yeah,
Exactly,
math.
it dumps it down a little bit.
Yeah,
But no, I
expand
think
it to
Rhino.
5.
Obviously, we're not talking about the small Rhino, but that as a card itself is good alone. So both of them together, just being able to shift this on 2, like on curve, it's still such a good card. And I guess without some of the other things like Fox, it just makes it 10 times better. I will admit though, Into the Unknowning this feels really bad because you're giving them 2 ink. Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It
saw
doesn't
that.
feel bad. They can keep the 2 ink. That card's not on the board. That's fine.
That's fair.
You know. Yeah. So maybe we should go back because we brought up a good point that came up. Like, what do we mean by impactful? Right? These cards aren't necessarily the most powerful cards in the game, but they're the ones that we feel you're either one you're preparing for, or you should prepare for, or you're playing them. The cards that'll be the most played and the most, cards that people are making the most preparations to play against, right? So, all right, number 9 on our list. This is the only card. Jake's Pirate's Life, and then this next card are the only ones that appeared on just a single list. It was actually my number 2 card. So here we go. Emerald Chromicon. So I'll speak to this one. If you know, you know. That's all I'll say. So if you played with it, you know. You know what it can do. You know how impactful this card can be. It can single-handedly win games in the right deck. So, you go wide. You don't even have to go wide. Just get ahead and drop it on the board and tell your opponent, take out my stuff if you want. And you can have fun. I don't know if I want to say it because I want to save it from Milwaukee. Let's just wait till after Milwaukee and then we'll talk about it. So.
Okay. We'll circle back to
so
this.
far away.
Yeah, that is quite far, actually.
If you're my friend, you can talk to me and I'll tell you. But
we'll get the inside scoop.
If you're just a listener, if you're a listener that has not subscribed, you don't get to know. So
That's fair.
But
so this is on your opponent's turn, their turn. Whenever
correct.
one of your characters
But here's the trick,
banished,
right? Here's the trick.
You're able to do stuff on their turn, which is kind of fun too.
Well, the card is fun to play with because number one, it makes your opponent spend brain energy they would not normally spend because now they're going to go right. Okay, I get to take out one creature and then he's going to bounce one of mine. So which creature do I want to take out and which one am I going to attack with so I keep the ones on the board that I want to keep on or influence my opponent to bounce a certain one. But here's where you throw the wrench in the plan. Maybe I bounce my own back. Maybe I bounce back my Doc and play him again. True. So it's... it's just, maybe I bounce back my Go-Go and drop her again and gain 4 lore. There's so many things you can do with it. And most of the time I find out when I play it that most people aren't prepared to play against it. I'm prepared to play it, so I have an advantage. So anyways, people will catch on to it one day and then it won't be a trade secret and I have to find something else to play. But anyways, Emerald Chromicon.
It still seems good though.
It's great, especially 2 on the board.
Oh gosh.
So, yeah, GG, right?
How many do you think you would run though? Is it a 2?
So
Or
it's
is
a
it
good question, right? So
I don't want to give you all the secrets, but I'm
No,
curious now.
it's a good question that you have to figure out. How much do I want it, and when do I want it?
Exactly.
Right now,
and then you could just not draw that.
right? I've run 4, and I've not had a problem with it. Then
Okay.
I've run 4, and I've had a problem with too many of them in my hand. I could tell you at least 2, and more than likely 3. 3 is about where I've settled with it. So, because I want it. I want at least one
that's
copy.
what you wanted enough to run enough that you're going to get it in your hands.
But there's a certain way to play it.
There's 3.
Maybe one day we'll have a deck tech on it. There's a certain way to play it. It's not as straightforward as you think.
100%.
If you time it right.
Seem like it.
Right. And sometimes people can get the better of you, like drop that under the sea while you're not expecting it.
Oh,
and that's something too that it's not good against, right? They have to be banished. The characters have to be banished. If they return them to the bottom of your library or send them to your inkwell, it doesn't trigger it. So you got to be careful with how much you rely on it. But
gotcha.
So all right. Number next. Here we go. Number 8. Big Tink. She makes a comeback.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
Here we go. She is a 6 cost inkable steel song, 4 strength, 5 willpower, quest for 2, shifts for 4. She is Floodborn. Her first ability, Rock the Boat. When you play this character, deal 1 damage to each opposing character. And Puny Pirate. During your turn, whenever this character banishes another character in a challenge, you may deal 2 damage to chosen opposing character. So, thoughts about Big Tink?
I mean, she was good when she was first printed.
I think it's so
she's
cool.
always been good.
Yeah.
But I think I feel there is less removal in this set than there has been. And she does the basic 1 damage when she comes into play is huge. Yep. And then being able to have that other 2 damage when it takes something out, she's removal on a body.
Yeah. Yep. For sure. What deck do you think you play this in for steel?
All of them.
Well, yeah, all of them.
Not amber steel, I guess, right? Probably purple steel.
Is there no shift target in amber steel?
There's the yellow. There's the 4-drop that looks at the top 4.
The 4-drop one,
and I
think there's the 3-drop one that you can.
She's a 4-drop uninkable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably the best one because she can look at the top 4 cards of your deck and you get to reveal the character card and put it in your hand.
Yeah. So. To your point, Jake, I don't know. She's probably less good in Amber Steel than in other decks, but I think that she is.
I think for sure, purple steel, I think is pretty good. I think there's the steel Tink that you can shift from 3. Did that get reprinted?
Yeah. Yep. Let me tell you my favorite one.
Too.
My favorite shift target, and I've pulled this off the other day, and I just had so much fun with it. Right. So I was playing against a purple deck, and I had Lewis on the board, and they had a genie, and they go, I'm gonna quest my genie, right? So I play the green Tink. That's a 2/3 evasive, quest for 2, cost 4. That gives one of your characters evasive. So I gave Lewis evasive, ran it into the genie, right? And next turn, they drop Elsa to do something with it, and I dropped the big Tink. So they thought they were gonna get smart. They dropped another genie. They go, I'm gonna quest with my genie because all he's got's a big Tink on the board. I dropped another green Tink and gave him my big Tink evasive and smacked the genie, and then dealt 2 damage to something else on the board. So it's I think the green Tink and the big Tink. Well, now folks are going to see it coming. All 2 of them will listen to the podcast. So it's a nice little interaction. And people rarely see the shift onto the green Tink coming. So
I would not expect it.
But it's fun.
I like seeing her back.
Yeah, and I'll say this about this card too, right? So as Sabrina mentioned, this card saw a lot of play when Lorcana first came out, and then it just slowly dwindled out, right? There are a lot of people playing this game right now who weren't around those first 2 sets that don't really know the power of this card, and they get caught off guard by it. And so I think
that's a really cool way to be able to approach it too, to be able to say oh, this is a really scary card, but they don't expect to not want to exert their stuff because they don't want to feel the wrath.
They don't know what to do. They see it, and some people will quest and you're just like,
Yeah.
okay,
Oh no.
I'll give up this creature,
And then
to
like drop down a
Tinkerbell.
Lilo too, and you're like, oh no.
Yeah, exactly. They don't, just folks just sometimes don't pay attention to, they don't read the cards. They just they, do a cursory look on them or whatever, Folks who have been around since set one know, that's for sure, because she was a menace. So, all right, Big Tink. Any more thoughts on her before we go to the next one? All right, the next one.
Glad to have her back.
Yay! Here we go. Number 7, Sisu, Daring Visitor. She is a 3-cost uninkable ruby card, 1 strength, 1 willpower, evasive, quest for 1. None of that matters because it's the next ability. It's the reason that you're playing it. When you play this character, banish chosen opposing character with 1 strength or less. Go ahead, guys. He was on both of y'all's lists, so y'all fire away.
I think it might just be a targeted one against me if I'm playing like Amber Steel. It just targets so much stuff in aggro decks. Like if you're playing Daisy, Tiana, any of the like defensive bodyguards, whether you're playing Sleepy or Jim Deere, like it just completely takes out them. You don't have the shift target sadly now onto it, but it's still such a good card for removal.
Yeah. This made my list basically just because of the way it single-handedly removes Daisy from your board.
It's good.
And hence why I was very passionate about the fact that Daisy didn't make my list and should have.
So she'll take out Daisy, Tiana, Rafiki's, Royal Guards,
Yeah.
Merfolk. Lord, she's taking out so many of my Merfolk. Just to name a few, Nalas.
Yeah, Captain Hook.
Yeah, Captain Hook. Yep. So yeah, I mean, she takes out a lot of stuff. This card is, I know people are like, well, red lost all of its removal. Yes, sure, true. But there's a lot of stuff this card can still take out. Damaged Lawrence. There you go. Yep. In chat, Damaged Lawrence. So yeah, damaged Pluto too. Ooh. So.
No, true.
Yep.
One of the things actually I did think about this is playing this in obviously what is it, a Ruby Amethyst. It's not good right now it seems, but being able to play Dumbo and then having Sisu as an evasive and then tapping her for a lore and draw 2. I mean, it's not great, but that's just what I thought of immediately for like the control-y side of red purple, but I don't know if that's a thing anymore really.
So
seems slow.
In chat, Legitimate Business says the problem is really bad against purple. There are no targets basically opposing Sisu.
Rafiki.
Yeah. I mean, I take out Rafiki and Royal Guard, right? So people are playing a lot of the Royal Guard.
I feel like as long as there's a target in most other
nothing you want
colors,
to kill.
The fact that he's not, like, most people aren't running a monocolored deck.
Yeah.
But I do agree, especially because she's uninkable, that does pose a problem potentially.
Oh, right. And I think, they clarified it in chat, nothing you want to kill, right? So
I would agree, yeah. Well, because then you think about it, like the Genie, you're not able to take out Genie. Can't take out Elsa.
No. Yeah. But she's still powerful. I think she's very impactful. You're going to have to keep her in mind if you're playing against a Ruby deck, especially if you want to drop Merfolks and Nalas on the board and try and, rush around. And
you got to be prepared for this one then.
That's painful to watch that. I know that this costs 3 and Nala costs 2, but I feel like that's so much more of a bad exchange when I lose my Nala. So,
absolutely.
It's like, and it didn't even cost them their character. Okay. Yeah, good old CC. Okay, next. Here we go. Number 6 on the list. The big old half shark. Maui half shark. 6. What's that?
Legitimate Business Partner says, the brawl we have at home.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Maui half shark. 6 cost. Inkable. 7/5. Evasive. Quest for 1. Whenever this character challenges another character, you may return an action card from your discard to your hand, and whenever you play an action, gain 1 lore. We all know how impactful this card has been ever since it was introduced to the game, and we all agree that it probably still will be.
So, going to continue.
Yeah,
I just don't see this changing. I don't think it necessarily gets more impactful, but I definitely don't think it gets less impactful.
Yeah, I think the reason why we say it doesn't get more impactful because the impact that it had, man, the ceiling on it, I'm not gonna say it reached the ceiling, right? But it was so far above the rest of the meta at one point, you know. It's just the great thing is about the card is it's versatile and it can find a home in almost any Ruby deck. So, you know, it's not a hard card to include a build around. Now, if you want to really take advantage of it, you need to throw in some actions and stuff worth getting back. That's where that Christmas Carol deck is really good with this in there. You know, so and the Ruby Sapphire deck's still pretty decent with the actions that they have in their deck, actions and songs too. So, yep. He's just a beast. When I can tell you, when I see him hit the board, if I'm going wide, I'm okay with it. But if I've only got like a couple creatures on the board, and yeah, but yeah, tough card to mess around with.
Yep. He's kind of hard to remove, I feel, too. Just being evasive, too. They had to slap
Right.
that on there.
Right.
I feel like he's awkward to remove.
Yeah.
Like, I don't
For
know
sure.
if hard is right, but awkward for sure.
Yeah. He was another one of those cards when I was playing the other day. I baited my opponent into swinging into into one of my characters and putting a damage on him. And I had, I put Lewis on the board and made him challenge, but he didn't challenge the Lewis, right? Because I had another character on there. But anyways, and then I tinked my other character on the next turn and gave it evasive and finished the shark off. So, you know, it was, hey, that's the only way I could get rid of it in the deck that I'm playing. So World's Greatest Criminal Mind is a good card against him. Absolutely. Hey, Chex, man, I haven't seen you in a minute. Sorry, I know him.
Absolutely.
So
that is a good card against him.
Did World's Greatest get reprinted?
It
is
did.
It still in rotation?
It did.
Where does that fall? It got reprinted. Okay.
It got reprinted, but I think it's just tough because it's Amber, and Amber is in such a different identity with aggro right now. You're not playing aggro as a deck and Steel Song. You're just playing aggro, it seems, if you're playing Amber. Well,
that
right now, maybe.
World's Greatest Criminal has always been a little bit of a weird card for me.
True. It's situational, 100%.
It's so situational. And I remember the one build of Steel Song early on that was running not early on, but a couple sets ago that was running like the Queen Shift line.
Mm-hmm.
World's Greatest made sense because you could pump
with a 4 and then sing it with your Cindy that you played or something like that as well too. Yeah, because you could sing it with Cindy. It was crazy.
Maybe a princess
and without
support
that,
deck.
I feel like the card is so situational.
Amber Blue Princess support deck with it. There you go.
Ooh, there you go.
So there we go. You heard it here first, folks. All right, number 5. We're at 13 minutes away from our time block, so we have to get through our stuff here. Here we go. Number 5 is the highest rank new card on the list, and that is Dumbo. 3 costs, 2/2 evasive, quest for 1. His ability when you play this character. Oh, this is the wrong one. Hold on, folks.
I was gonna say this is not the right Dumbo.
Let's take a technical break real quick. I'm gonna go find the right one. Give me a minute. Let's go to the web browser. Watch me just pull it up here. Somebody can quote it, right? Somebody can quote the right one.
It's evasive, and you can pay 1 to exert it to draw a card and gain lore. Then all your evasive get that too.
Then all of your evasives gain the same ability.
Ignore the screen going crazy, folks. We're just looking for a card. That's all. All right, here we go. Ta-da! There she is. Or he is. All right, here we go. The right one.
Yeah.
I screwed that up. That's all right.
4 cost evasive, 3/3.
Yes. Yep.
With breaking records, exert, pay 1, draw a card and gain 1 lore. Making history, your other characters with evasive gain, exert, pay 1, draw a card and gain 1 lore. It quests for 1.
Yeah.
Don't know why you would ever quest with it, but
have you guys seen the Have you guys seen the price on this guy right now on TCG Player?
I have not.
He's upwards of $65.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
I have a slight confession. I don't think I was as hyped as this one as a lot of other people were. Obviously, it's good, but I just I don't know.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
It's good for sure.
It's good. You already
But I
talked about it
I
with
didn't.
Sisu, right? So
Yeah, that's true. But then you don't play
uh,
that color. I feel with that.
what? Shoot, there are people on Lorcanino playing Ruby Amethyst with this in there.
I don't doubt it. I
Yeah.
haven't done a lot of testing, but I would love to see
Yeah.
that. That would be cool.
There is
But
plenty of evasives out there, as Chat has
there are
told us.
so many
There's
evasives.
so many. If you don't know that there are many evasives out there, you need to quit playing this game because, everywhere you go, there's a Blurple deck full of them. So,
So many. Iago.
Yep. All right. So, yep. There we go. So, wrong Dumbo, but we got it right this time. So, number 5, the right Dumbo. Number 4 is our favorite underworld critter. Hades, 7 cost, uninkable, Sapphire, 3 strength, 6 willpower, quest for 2. When you play this character, you may put chosen opposing character into their player's inkwell face down. So I had him ranked pretty high on my list because I think that he now kind of, especially with Blurple and with green Emerald Sapphire decks, he becomes probably one of the best removal options in the game, especially since they can ramp into him pretty quick. So he's final. That's what I like about him. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The card's going away. So,
Into the inkwell. And it's a good body on top of that as well, too. I think the 3/6 and quest for 2, like, I'm scared of that. When that comes down, you got rid of my stuff, and you have a big body now, too.
Unless you play
and you
with
can play
Fossil.
that at a much faster rate if you're playing blue-green and you're just ramping.
Yeah.
T-pose and sales.
Yeah, and he's a tough one, too. Like, when I'm playing Chromicon, I typically don't want to bounce him back. So...
True.
So it's just like usually by then I've got the game under control and it's okay.
Yeah, at that point I feel if you're dropping a Hades.
Yeah, but there's times though because they're fast enough with it, So yeah, Hades is a good one. I am happy with this, and we already talked about it that he's getting an enchanted version. So nothing to do with his impact, but I'm just happy he's an enchanted version.
But it's well deserved.
Yep. All right. Number 3. So the next 3 cards, by the way, are the only 3 cards that showed up on all 3 of our list. So all the other cards were, somewhere on one of our 2 of our lists, one. But the next 3 are the only 3 cards that showed up in everybody's list. So number 3, which we already have alluded to in earlier discussion, is Tiana. She is a 3 cost uninkable amber character with 1 strength, 4 willpower, quest for 2. This ability is amazing. Whenever a character of yours is challenged while this character is exerted, the challenging character gets -3 this turn unless the player pays 3 ink. I could tell you where I mess up with this card a lot. I forget that that paying the ink is optional. I a lot of times will treat it as if I have to pay it in order to challenge. In order to challenge. But that's not what the card says. The card says you can challenge just that your character is getting -3. Not that matters a whole lot, but it depends on what you're challenging. For certain characters, you can get away with it, right? You don't have to pay to 3. It's not. You don't have to, and that messes me up sometimes. To be honest with you, I forget that. So this is me and my ignorance on the card, right? So.
I think one of the really good things about this card as well too is that it protects herself as well while she's exerted. It's not like other characters while she's exerted get, like if other characters are challenged. I think that actually helps out and makes her better too.
She's tough.
She's tough. I'm trading some cards for 2 more of her on Friday.
Oh yeah. You know what, Sabrina, you remember when this card got released? I spoke quite highly of it at the time, if you recall. I told folks back then.
I also thought this card was really good.
Yeah, I told folks way back then. I said, the people are sleeping on this card. And that's the thing. That's the one frustrating thing about Lorcana is that so many people are focused on the competitive meta decks that if somebody hasn't won with a deck with a card in it, they write a card off. And I wish that there was more people just maybe I'm happy that this one wasn't at the time because she's frustrating to deal with. But
That's true.
but if you don't think she's an impactful card, just wait. The first time you sit across from her, you'll remember.
Yeah.
You'll
I
know
just
that.
like the ability to play our game and then go so far into our game and then have rotation happen and then cards that maybe were talked about but just can come back out of nowhere and
Yeah.
then be such a powerful impact to the set.
Yep. That's essentially what's happened with this card. Sabrina,
Yep.
you have thoughts
I
on it?
like that though. I think that's cool. I think that's very cool.
Sabrina, you got any thoughts on it?
I think that everything you guys said is right, but I think the fact that she just protects your board is just so important. And I
Yeah.
think questing for 2, like giving you the incentive to tap her every turn
Yeah.
in more than one way, like 2 lore and she's going to help
Yep.
protect your board is huge.
She's that magic number 3, so she can sing Strength of the Raging Fire too. Whenever
Yep. So you don't even have to quest.
My answer playing Emerald is to drop Lewis and make her challenge, and then they'll sing Strength, and you're like,
which is an absolutely great answer.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. So since we just talked about that card, let's go to number 2. Number 2 on our list is Strength of a Raging Fire. 3-cost inkable steel song. Deal damage to chosen character equal to the number of characters you have in play. Probably the best removal in the game right now.
Yeah, for sure.
It is a song. It has a finality about it. You got to have the characters on the board, right? It scales.
Yep.
So, every steel deck will probably run 4 of it.
Every single one, probably.
Yep. So if there's one that's not running it, then that deck's not a legitimate deck, in my opinion. So,
it definitely seemed better, I guess, with Cindy, but even on 3, just having 3.
Of course, it seems best with Cindy.
Of course, because you're playing on 2.
Yeah. So, yeah.
But on 3, it still seems just as good as anything.
Scales is just so important. Like,
yeah,
I won a game at Set Champs because I was able to drop a character and make this kill a oh my god, Churnadogs, the big tramp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like a 3/6 or something like that.
It's like 8-2. Is it like 2 or 8?
Yeah. It was against Steve Davis too. And it was for the game. He was going to beat me for the whole round, which Kelsey, for some background, Steve is a very good friend of ours, but him and I have a little bit of contention between us because I beat him at every Set Champs that we play in. I have knocked him out of multiple runnings. Like, I feel bad about it, but it's just the truth. And
we love Steve so much.
We love Steve. We love him. But I'm looking at the board and I'm like, I lost this game. And then I'm like, wait, I can make this kill that. I just have to play more characters.
Oh, nice.
So I think the fact that this scales is just so big.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, I would say you look at 2 of the top decks right now in the format, and that'd be Emerald Steel, Purple Steel, are going to run this card as their primary removal option. The great thing about it is you sing it, you basically turn a character sideways, maybe give up a lore, right? For the chance to, take control of the board or get rid of a problem character. It's really, really, really good. Yeah, and it's just even better now with all the other removal options rotating out. Chat says the problem right now is that there are no cards that punish a wide board, so strength can be used to full effect. Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're not getting B-prepped and then top decking that after with nothing to do.
Yep. So there you go. So, but there are cards that could punish a wide board out. So you got Monstro. He's still hanging around. He's there. He's not B-prep, but you got to pitch a lot of cards for him, but he's there. Under the Sea, I can get some of it, but you're right. I mean, that's the thing, I think this happened in set 1, right? The game was about challenging characters, and we had a couple, because like Strength and all those cards didn't get introduced until set 2. Right. And so all we had was Smash and Fire the Cannons at the time, and Dragonfire.
Yep.
And so, those were the main cards that we used for removal at that time. That, Maleficent Dragon and Hades saw some play, but not much. And Let It Go saw some play, but not much. But
You play the game differently.
yep,
Yeah.
different game. Okay, number one, which if you don't know by now, you should know. Here we go. Big reveal. Doc. Bold Knight. 2-cost uninkable 1/3. Oh, he doesn't seem so bad. He's just a cute little 1/3. Quest for 1. When you play this character, you may discard your hand to draw 2 cards. Best draw option in the game probably right now.
After
I mean,
rotation, I think so,
yeah.
and that's why I
don't-
rated it so high.
Cheapest.
I don't know. I think Dumbo is also a very strong.
Oh
draw
yeah,
option.
true. I mean, like I think what I had up
I-
there was
So
Finders Keepers as well. I think Finders Keepers is a very good option too.
So
but
let's
I
distinguish something real quick. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. There's a draw engine and there's a draw card, right?
Mhm.
So Dumbo is the best engine because he's going to repeat it over and over again, but for a one-time shot. That's what Doc is. Doc is the best one-time shot, and you could turn
He
him
keeps you
into an
from top
engine.
decking.
What's that?
He keeps you from having to top deck, at least for a turn.
Yeah. Yep. Doc is unfair. Yeah, kind of is. Because most of the decks that play him are decks that go wide. And
they're going to be
they
dumping
can
their
drop
hands
him,
anyway.
and they're going to get a couple more
Yeah,
cards.
turn
that
3,
they're
play
gonna
a
duck with.
lady, use her ability to play the
Yeah.
dock, draw 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Feels good.
Feels
Feels
so good.
It
I
does
love
feel
it.
good.
Me and my Amber Steel.
Yeah.
Legitimate business partner says Doc is bannable right now. I think that's a hot take.
Yeah, I don't think that's it.
I don't think we're quite at bannable.
I don't think ban is ever really the. Ban's a thing, obviously, but like for something that's needed in a game where you're losing resources by inking and then playing, I think drawing is important, and I think we need them, but we don't need like Flavershims and stuff like that.
So-
like something like an engine that's so repeatable.
Doc
point.
feels bannable whenever you chain
When,
into him.
yeah,
If
when you're
you
playing
sit across
against
somebody
it.
chaining into him, I'm on legitimate business side. It's
When they were
oh,
bouncing it
God.
and then replaying it with, and then I was not a
That's
fan of
different. For me, because I feel like they earn that when they do that. Although it was unfair, I feel like they earned it. But when you top deck into one and then you play it and you happen to one of your next 2 cards just happens to be another one, I just feel like that's not fair. So
yeah, I do feel bad at that point too. But when they're standing in front of you with four or 5 cards in hand, you have none. That's kind of just your saving grace at that point.
All right. Any final takes on Doc?
I love him.
I love him too. Mine is signed by Snow White.
I love that for you.
All right. So that's our top 10 list. You can rewatch the video if you want to see it again. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the chat with maybe your own list or, whether you agree or disagree with it. Doesn't matter. Just engage us, right? And I appreciate all those folks that have engaged us so far. So what I want to try and do now is on the fly, I'm going to try and give Jake the card to guess what it does this game. So bear with me. We're towards the end of the show here. And let me see if I can get it. So we're going to switch to this screen here. And I'm going to have to pull up the right image. Let me get rid of that. That's Scott, by the way. Scott, he got free publicity on this one again. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to get rid of Scott. All right, and I'm going to find the card.
Still Scott. You keep bringing him back.
I do? Okay. Well, as soon as I put this picture up, I think it'll go away. We'll see here. Here we go. Bam. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I hope you can. And let me get the other one up. Okay. Oof. Here we go. Queen of Hearts. This is your card there, Jake. Can you see her?
Yeah.
All right. Queen of Hearts, Wonderland Empress. She is a 3-cost inkable amber character, 3/3. What does she do?
I have no idea what she does, to be honest.
She's reprinted in this set, by the way.
Is she really? Oh, yes. Wow. Then I was not paying attention.
Doesn't she?
She gives what?
I think she has Rush.
I think she gives additional lore. But did you give it to card soldiers?
One of you is close.
Because I remember there was something that had to do with card soldiers, maybe, but
There is a card soldier in the picture. Context clues.
that's why I was assuming that it had to do something with like the card name. But I'm gonna.
Kelsey's finally understanding why we're two halves. Of
We're
Goldberg.
like, yeah, we're almost there. We're like, you got one part,
I'm
I got one
enjoying it,
another
right?
part.
I just keep on. You'll get it.
This
You'll
is us
land on
every
it
day.
before it's over,
But
right?
I'm sticking with.
So does anybody in chat know what she does without cheating? So you guys can run and look out. Don't look. So the inspiration behind this, right, is you've heard this once, you've heard it 1,000 times. I played in Pack Rush without my glasses. I thought I knew the cards, but when you can't read them, here we
Gives
go.
villains +1 lore whenever you quest.
Here we go. Paching! Whenever this character quests, your other villain characters get +1 lore this turn. So,
wow, Jake, we suck.
Yeah, well, you know what? As punishment, you got to go out and build a deck with her and play it and report back here.
Okay.
Report back here.
I'm bringing it to the event on Saturday.
Sabrina, she's in your colors. How many of those aggro characters you play are villains? She might not be bad in your deck.
None.
None.
They're all heroes.
Did Rhino have that like flip turn at the end of Bolt?
Duke of Weaselton.
I couldn't tell you a dang thing about that movie.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
I'd have to phone my brother.
A Bolt friend?
What? Do you know how many people know what this is anymore? Like this little, you just did this phone.
Yeah, apparently they do this now.
Yeah, right. So it's not this anymore, right?
No.
Like us old folks know what that is, right? But
that's crazy.
All righty.
That's too new for me.
So that's
right?
Yeah, right.
Dumb.
All right. So to recap, nobody knew what Queen of Hearts did except for legitimate business in chat. So congratulations. We're 4 days removed from the last bit of bad news. So Ravensburger has a 4-game hitting streak right now, 4-day hitting streak. You're aiming for 56. And Pro Play Summit in 2 weeks in Denver. I'll be there. Remember, we're giving away that mat. If anybody can come up to me or Sabrina, give us a foil version of our favorite card. If you want to know what it is, go back and check this episode for Sabrina's, and you can check 2 or 3 episodes for mine. Episode 3, I know mine's in.
All of them. I think we talked about it in all of them.
Except this one. I didn't in this one.
Except this one.
Because it was not reprinted. So anyways, it should have been. Anyways, so thank you all.
Was released this weekend as well, too.
Oh, that's right. Fabled's released this weekend.
I'm very excited.
Well, I was excited until all the allocation issues. Maybe I'll get some to play with. I'm not sure.
I got a proper pre-order for my LGS, but I think maybe, but we'll see.
We'll see. We're all fingers crossed,
we'll
right?
See.
So we'll see you all next Tuesday. And thank you all for tuning in, and have a great week. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Good luck with your pools, everyone.
See ya. Yes.